Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshvabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama-shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki. Hare Krishna. So we'll be starting 16th chapter. Vibhuti Yoga. Eighteen, 17. Lord's opulence. Okay, let's start. Total 40. 40. 44. Okay. 44 finish. Definitely 44. We will do. Huh? Huh? Okay. Let's start. 16th chapter. Lord's opulence. Text number 1. Uddhava uvacha tvam brahma paramam sakshad anadyantamapavrutam sarvesham api bhavanam tranastityapyayodhavaha.
Uddhava said, my dear Lord, you are beginningless and endless, the absolute truth himself, unlimited by anything else. You are the protector and life giver, the destruction and creation of all things that exist.
Yes. You all know why this chapter is being started. Yesterday I said. Why? Why this chapter is started? What is the need of this chapter? हाँ? तो आत्मा क्या बोलेगा? आए नहीं तो कहाँ से बोलेगा? What is this chapter? Why this chapter is started? Opulence, Shambhalam Prabhu. What I said, tell me. Thirumal Das.
I think Krishna wanted to explain that that Lord, that Krishna existence everywhere.
Why?
Because previously there's
क्या जरूरत पड़ा? Why he wants to say Krishna? Hey, that door is not open, na? Okay. Tell me.
Yesterday, means last chapter, Krishna was explaining.
Yesterday only.
Yesterday.
Yes.
Krishna explaining the cities to the Uddhava.
Cities.
Cities.
अच्छा. Cities कौन सा city?
8 primary and 10 are secondary. So after explaining all those siddhis,
Uh,
then Krishna said that you no need to worry about. Again, after that, he said that my devotees are all easily they will get just by worshipping me.
Acha?
And then he said everything is there with me only.
Acha.
These cities are all.
थोड़ा सा पास में रखो माइक.
These cities are all coming because
Cities are siddhis. Okay. Okay. अरे थोड़ा सा okay. हाँ चलो चलो. So like okay okay.
this
Siddhi. Okay. नहीं नहीं आप बोलिए.
36 shlokas 11, 15.
Main point you didn't tell Thiru. Main point बोलो. So online sorry.
Yes, so 36 shlokas is just as the same material elements exist within and outside of all material bodies. Similarly, I cannot be covered by anything else. I exist within everything as a supersoul and outside of everything in my all pervading feature. So now explaining about this, what is that?
Online.
Krishna Prabhuji, Danat Pranam.
Yes, Prabhu.
So, as I understand from the previous section, where Krishna had spoken about the different siddhis, and he concluded saying that these type of upadhis, or in which different kind of siddhis are present, is not the actual focus for a person to attain perfection. Instead, they should actually take shelter in me. And thereby, Uddhava had thus said, if you are spread out everywhere, is it that you are divided, the personality is divided, or it is something else? In order to explain that aspect, Krishna also said that he exists within everything as the super soul, and everything is in his all pervading feature. And he gave the example in the verse 35 of the previous verse as stating that just like how the gross elements exist outside as well as inside, similarly I exist everywhere, and so one should focus on me as a personality. And that's why he is now explaining that how he can be understood through different opulences existing outside.
So for a pure devotee, is there need of this?
No, certainly it is not needed, but it's only is going to facilitate in terms of his enrichment of his understanding, as how Krishna is the shelter of everything.
अंतश्चित्तेन यद्यानम् अशक्यम् अकृतात्मना अतस्तद्योग्यता प्राप्त्यै विभूत्यादि निरूपणम्. We are going to discuss the various opulences of Lord. Why? Atah tad yogyata praptyai, to get the yogyata. To get the yogyata. Yogyata means qualification. For what? Antaschittena dhyanam. That means to meditate on the Lord in his heart. Ashakyam. That means if someone is unable to meditate on the Lord in his heart. Akrutatmanam. That means they are completely unable to meditate on the Paramatma in his heart. And so they are unable now. If they want to get, that means that kind of ability. What kind of ability? To meditate on the Lord in their heart. They, for their purpose, vibhutis are being discussed. Like the yogi in the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, second canto. So in the first chapter itself, not the second chapter, first chapter, second chapter actually, yeah. Second chapter. So if someone is unable to fix their consciousness, their mind on the Paramatma in his heart, so then what they have to do? They have to meditate on the Virat. So Virat is nothing but what? Is the material manifestation of the Lord. This is a material manifestation of the Lord. So those are the various appearances of the Lord, material appearances of the Lord. So vibhutis means nothing but various appearances. Those appearances are being so explained here, so that by meditating on all those appearances, one will get the purification in their heart, and then they will become eligible to meditate on the Lord. So this is the point. So our main discussion is there where? So 14th chapter. In 14th chapter, what we were discussing? In 14th chapter, in the last, what Uddhava was asking, how to fix mind on the Paramatma or Krishna. Then that is for the sake of that explanation, whatever answer is given by the Krishna, that is for the sake of whom? Mokshas, mumukshus, for the mumukshus. So he explained the Ashtanga Yoga process. All of a sudden, 15th chapter, why it came? Just to explain the side products of the Ashtanga Yoga. But main theme is what? So how to fix mind on the Lord. So for that, Ashtanga Yoga is recommended. But if someone is unable to do that, then he has to meditate first on the vibhutis of the Lord. So that's why you should know what are the vibhutis. So that's why this chapter is discussing about the vibhutis. Appearances. Yeah. That's the material opulence of the Lord. Vibhutis means opulence. That is nothing but Virat. So that's why Sridhar Swami is saying, Antaha chittena yadhyanam ashakyam akrutatmanam ataha tadyogyata praptyai vibhutyadi nirupanam. Clear? Tirumala said this answer, so we should all appreciate him. So Hari Bol. Okay, you are happy? Shodashe, in this chapter, what we are going to discuss? Shodashe tu harera virbhava yukta vibhutaya. Gnana virya prabhavadi visheshena upavarnitaha. Vibhutis are categorized into Gnana, Virya, Prabhava. Like these various categories of the Vibhutis, we are going to discuss now. Be excited. So just for everyone's understanding, our dear Sridhar Swami is summarizing the total 11th canto from 7th to the last. Total 11th canto is summarizing. Such a very simple explanation he gave. So Sri Jiva Goswami is elaborating that. That means giving the right intended meaning. So he's saying, you will see, in 9 chapters, starting with the 7th, 8th, that means from the 7th canto to total 9 chapters means till 15. Till 15, so 8 questions are answered. That means time to time Uddhava is asking various questions and those being answered. Okay. Chapter 7 to 10, what we discussed? 10th chapter was discussing about the what I discussed beginning. Madapashreha.
About Brahman, Prabhu.
About Brahman.
Yes.
Why? Because we were discussing there how one can become detached person, how to, that means do the karma yoga. So doing the karma and offering the results, so that one will be detached. So that one will be detached. Then after that, so we have seen karma yoga, that means is dissected, Jaiminist, and finally, so Jnana yoga is explained. Jnana yoga is being explained there. So then after that, Nitya Mukta, Nitya Baddha was discussed, so and so. So 10th chapter is discussing about the Brahman. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's Chobis Guru. Different lessons about the Brahman. I don't know exactly what they discussed. 7, 8, 9 is it? Okay, chapter 11 deals with the, so Nitya Mukta, Nitya Baddha, bondage and liberation, and also as well as devotion. Devotion also, Ananya Bhakti also we discussed. Yes. Chapter 12 deals with the karma. Chapter 12, you remember? Yes. Yes. Krishna defeats the Jaiminist philosophy. Wonderful. So, brahmacharis. So, chapter 12. So, he's discussing about the how to defeat the karma mimamsa philosophy. We have taken the different. First, Jaiminist views are presented. Then, Todam Fodam. That means those will so completely defeated. Okay. Chapter 13 deals with the, so our Hamsa Bhagavan came. So that means, so what is that? How to separate mind from the sense objects and sense objects from the mind is the question. What they asked? You all remembering? Yeah. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. That answer he gave through the story of Hamsa Bhagavan. You remember? Once upon a time we heard this long back. Okay. Next, chapter 13 over. That chapter 14 was dealing about the Ashtanga Yoga, meditation, how to fix the mind. Uddhava asked. Why Uddhava is asking all these questions? Because Uddhava should ask about the Ananya Bhakti and Gopi Bhav. Why he is asking all this? Because it's not step by step. It's various processes. Other sadhanas. Various other sadhanas. Yeah, this is a part of knowledge. So that you should know that in the marketplace, how many sadhanas are available, and which I should pick and which I should not pick. So for that, so these are all being discussed, just to know the merits of the demerits of the other sadhanas and merits of the bhakti. So that's why. So then meditation we have seen. So also some of our devotees did the meditation also. So Ashtanga Yoga. Then after that, there you have seen ultimately after explaining about the meditation, what he said? Bhakti. Yes, Bhakti is the, yes. So ultimately this Ashtanga Yoga, yes. अरे एक मिनट है, चश्मा दिख ही नहीं रहे मुझे. Not able to see all of you.
It's also not hearable what the people saying behind of the class, you know. They comment something. If it's possible to repeat that, that will be helpful. Thank you very much.
क्या बोल रहे हैं? अच्छा, sorry bro. Adarsh bro, you are missing something.
Yeah, because you did class yesterday. That was the weekend. Yeah, and that's why I'm missing, of course. and people saying something behind, but I cannot hear that. And it's possible, if it's possible to repeat that, it will be helpful
Oh,
for
I'm
get
telling
complete
100
picture.
times. Your
Mhm.
friends are not using mic. I'm telling 100 times, but they are not using mic.
Yeah, what I should do? I like to follow you.
Yeah, I am also.
Devotees,
Yeah, that's why.
devotees are trying to follow the footsteps of Sukadeva Goswami.
देखिए यार क्या हो गया एक चैप्टर से ज्यादा नहीं करूंगा पहले से डिसाइड करके आया है आई डिसाइडेड दैट आई डोंट वांट टू डू मोर देन थोड़ा सा रुकिए दिखने रहे एक्चुअली हाँ then after that what happened in the 15th chapter so we have seen the various side products of the Ashtanga yoga those products are very wonderful so of course we don't want how many of you don't want to if someone is going to give anima lagima mahima those Thiru you want or not Ramakrishna Prabhu really you are going to get
I will try to experience it and then give it up.
yes yes this is right answer we'll experience one time and then we'll give up yes
While experiencing, we should not entangle. That you have to be very careful.
yeah we Vaishnavas are there to take out from entanglement okay yeah next so in the 15th chapter we have seen siddhis now in the 16th chapter so we are going to discuss about the various vibhutis of the Lord so there is a purpose and there is such a systematic flow is there between the chapter to chapter so then next chapter 17 and 18 they deals about the various so varnashrama duties 17 and 18 and 19th will be discussing about the so gnana so and also different yamas so don'ts chapter 20 is going to be a biggest chapter in this whole Buddha Gita which is really a wonderful chapter and which is very important chapter and it is going to discuss about the qualification for karma gnana and bhakti our diagram our master diagram derived from the chapter 20th of the 11th canto so that's why so we will be so doing the same that means the derivation of the our standard diagram is from the 11th chapter 20th chapter of the 11th canto I request all of you so to come to that class I know all of you come okay next 21st chapter is going to deals with the purusha and prakriti in sattva sankhya means sankhya philosophy in sankhya philosophy we have seen that means so Krishna is going to tell in the sankhya philosophy some people count elements as 24 some 26 some 19 some 3 some 10 so various opinions of the sankhya philosophers will be discussed in the 21st chapter and 22nd chapter deals with the so different types of the birth and so on so that means getting birth in the animals these that this is a very easy chapter in this all these chapters the most important chapter is 20th chapter actually 20th chapter is important otherwise we can go like anything in other chapters then 23 and to 26 the four chapters are dealing with the so offenses that's important next 27th is telling about the kriya yoga so kriya yoga means how to worship deities kriya yoga so now 20 next finally 28th chapter deals about the gnana and yoga 29 deals with the so general samsara once again 30 deals with finally bhakti so like this
When Gopal Prabhu,
uh,
this 29th and 22nd or 21 about Gyan and Jnana Yoga. What is the difference in between of them?
20th chapter is telling about the qualifications for the karma who can do the karma yoga who can do the gnana yoga who can do the bhakti yoga that is discussed and 29th chapter deals about the material entanglement
Okay, thank you.
okay next so this is going to we are going to discuss in this So what Sri Uddhava said, my dear Lord, you are beginningless and endless, the absolute truth himself, unlimited by anything else. You are the protector and life giver, the destruction and creation of the all things that exist. So here, aham atmantaro bahyo anavrita sarvadehinam yatha bhutani bhuteshu bhahirantas swayam tata iti uktam tatra bhutani. It's said in the previously where he said, that means I am all the living entities are in me and I am in every living entity. Aham atmantaro bahyo anavrita sarvadehinam. When he said how to do the ananya bhakti, so for that he was telling about I am existing everywhere. He told or not some time back. So in that context it is said, iti uktam tatra bhutani tatha kvachit kena chidguna visheshena. So chidguna visheshona, what is that? Chidguna visheshonodritani vartate kvachit samanya rupena tatha tvamapi kaha katham vartase iti vibhutihi prashtam pratham tavad uktameva sarvatmakatvam anuvadati tvam brahmeti. So just what is the Uddhava's intention? Uddhava wants to know how Lord is, so is expanding his vibhutis, his opulences in this material world, he wants to say. So before going to ask this question, he is just repeating the sentence said by the Lord. That means Lord himself said previously, I am existing everywhere. Aham atma antaro bahya anavritaha. So aham atmantaro abahyo anavrita. That means I am not having the any, so close or open. I am completely infinite. Yatha bhutani bhuteshu bahiranta swayam tatha. So like these five elements are there outside also. Those five elements are there inside everyone. Body also there. Five elements are there. Earth, water, fire, so and so. The same five elements are there outside also. Similarly, Lord is also is there in his abode and also is there everywhere. So anyway, so Lord is everywhere. So then this point is just here Uddhava is repeating to understand Lord is everywhere in the what form? In the form of vibhutis. Those vibhutis he wants to ask. So that's why he is going to. So before asking this, he is making a ground. So next, Uchavacheshu bhuteshu durgne yakrutatmabhihi upasate tvam bhagavan yatha tatyena brahmana.
My dear Lord, although it is difficult for the impious to understand that you are situated in all superior and inferior creation, those Brahmanas who are actual knowers of the Vedic conclusion worship you in truth.
Yeah. Lord is situated everywhere. So although it is difficult for the impious to understand that you are situated in all superior and inferior creations, those Brahmanas who are actual knowers of Vedic conclusions worship you in truth. Atra sadacharam pramanamaha yatha tatyena yathartatvena sarvabhuta karanam tvam brahmanaha veda tatparya vedaha. That means who knows nicely the Vedas, they know. That means if you see all the suktams, Purusha Suktam, so Lord is being explained. That means Lord's form is the source of everything. So different opulences are also are the different limbs of the Lord. So like Lord's eyes are Surya Chandra and Lord's so hands are Indra. Like that, many that means opulences of the Lord are explained in the different Vedas. So that's why whoever Brahmanas knows the Vedas, they will be worshipping Lord everywhere. So that is the point. But whoever not well educated, those people are not knowing this fact. So Vedic conclusion, worship you in truth. Yeshu yeshu cha bhuteshu bhaktya tvam paramarshayah upasina prapadyante samsiddhim tadvadasvame.
Please tell me of the perfections that great sages achieve by worshipping you with devotion. Also, kindly explain which of your different form they worship.
Yeah. So everywhere Lord is there, but Lord is worshipped in the different forms. Evam karanatvena sarvatmatvam anudhya vibhuti pruchi. That means Lord is cause for everything. Lord is all pervasive, but still his the worshipable vibhutis he is asking. Upasinaha sevamanaha. That means which are worshipable. Such a vibhutis, please explain. So to me, so Uddhava is asking. Next, Gudascarasi bhutatma bhutanam bhuta bhavana natvam pashyanti bhutani pashyantam mohitani te.
O my Lord, maintainer of all, although you are the super soul of all of the living entities, you remain hidden. Thus, being builded by you, the living entities cannot see you, although you are seeing them.
So yeah, Gudascarasi bhutatma, that is, you are very secretly hiding inside in the form of Paramatma. Bhutanam bhuta bhavana. Natvam pashyanti bhutani, but nobody will see him. He's there inside everyone's heart, but nobody see. So Pashyantam Mohitan, that means whoever is not seeing him, they are getting the bewilderment. So that's why Durgneyatvam aha Gudaha asputaha Bhutanam Praninam Madhya Atra Hetu Bhutanam Atma Antaryami. So that means Lord is there everywhere in the form of Paramatma. Still, people are not able to see because they are not pure. That is the point, na? So why Vibhuti Yoga is needed, or otherwise why we need to meditate on the Virat Purusha? Because people who are not having the pure consciousness, whose heart is not are not able to see the Paramatma in their heart, and for those peoples, so for getting qualification to meditate on the Paramatma, we need to so first worship the various vibhutis of the Lord, which are more gradually manifesting. Like you see, sun is the eye of the Lord. Then it is easy. You can worship all the different so vibhutis, so that will be your attachment for the things will go out when you understand everything is different parts of the Lord, are the different opulence of the Lord vibhuti. That means this Virat Purusha. So like this, vibhuti or Virat are same. So that means various opulences of the Lord, gross manifestations. These opulences are grossly manifesting, so easily you can see. But seeing Paramatma is very difficult. But our target is one should so meditate on the Paramatma to get the liberation. So that is the discussion actually. Uddhava asked long back how to meditate on the Paramatma. So that's why it is being discussed here. Okay, Durgneyatvam. It is very difficult to meditate on the Paramatma. So that's why we need to go for the alternative. How to meditate then? One is not eligible for this. That's why next sloka is said. Yah kascha bhumau divi vairasayam vibhutayo dikshu maha vibhute tamahyamakyanubhavitaste namami te tirtha padangri padmam.
O supremely potent Lord, please explain to me your innumerable potencies which you manifest on the earth, in heaven, in hell, and indeed in all directions. I offer my humble obeisance to your lotus feet, which are the shelter of all holy places.
So since people are not able to see the Paramatma, so Uddhava is for our help. So he is asking the various manifestations of Lord's vibhutis. So he is asking in this, and so that one can offer obeisances to those. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Evame prushtaha prashnam prashnavidam vara Yuyutsuna vinashane sapatnairarjunena vai.
The Supreme Person of God has said, best of those who know how to inquire. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna, desiring to fight with his rival, asked me the same question that you are now posing.
Once upon a time, my my friend Arjuna also asked same thing, all these opulences. So I have done. but I am going to explain to you also. Gnatva gnativadam karhyam adharmam rajya hetukam tato nivrutto hantaham hato yamiti laukikaha.
On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna thought that killing his relatives would be an abominable religious activities, motivated only by his desire to acquire a kingdom. He therefore desisted from the battle, thinking, I would be the killer of my relatives. They would be destroyed. Thus, Arjuna was afflicted with mundane consciousness.
Yeah. So, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna thought that killing his relatives would be an abominable, irreligious activity, motivated by only. He therefore desisted. That means I will not kill. So then, so seventh, Nanavatara Bhutarjuna Prashna Samvaditvat Tava Ayam Prashnaha Sadiyan iti Tavad Anumodate Evamiti. So Tribihi Prashnam Prashtavyam Sapatnehi Yodhamicha Vinashane Kurukshetri. So these three slokas actually, this three slokas is just Krishna is remembering his flashback. In the flashback, he also explained. In the past, he explained to Arjuna also. Just at that time, what happened? Just for a moment to Anumodate means Tavad Anumodate Evamiti Tribihi. So by these three slokas, he is just relishing his past. So Yutsoho, that means Yutsaha means desire to fight. So that person Vibhuti Prashne Kaha Prasanga Tatraha Gnatva iti. So one may get, are he is desired to fight, then why he is asking Vibhutis? The reason is saying because he was bewildered actually. He was bewildered whether to kill or not. So that's why there is a point came to explain all these Vibhutis, yoga, so and so. Otherwise, why Krishna? What is the need of telling about all the Vibhutis and this? The main reason is Arjuna was bewildered. He went there to battlefield to fight with the desire of fighting, but he was completely absent. His mind, he was thinking that why I have to fight now. So to answer that question, to make him active again, so that's why this knowledge is given to him. Then Satada Purusha Vyagro Yuktya Me Pratibodita Abhyabhashata Mamevam Yatha Tvam Ranamurthini.
At that time, I enlightened Arjuna, the tiger among men, with logical arguments, and thus in front of the battle, Arjuna addressed me with questioning in the same way that you are now inquiring.
Yeah. Sachatada Yada Satataha Gnati Vadat Nivruttaha. That means Gnati means relatives. Gnati Vadat Nivruttaha. He raised hands, I will not kill my relatives. Tada, then Maya Pratiboditaha San. Then I started explaining the Karma Yoga, Gnana Yoga, this yoga, that yoga. So then in that context, Pratiboditaha San Yatha Tvam Abhibhashase Evam Sangrama Mukhe Mam Abhyabhasha. So Tadvadeva Tavapi Kathayishyami. So then Arjuna asks so questions, and same way Krishna also replied. So the same way I will also now reply to you also about all those appliances. So that's why he started explaining. So aham gatir gate matam kala this one? Naina. Ahamatmoddavamisham bhutanam suhradishvara aham sarvani bhutani tesham stityudbhavapyaya.
My dear Uttava, I am the super soul of a living entities. Therefore, I am naturally their well-wisher and the supreme controller, being the creator, maintainer, and annihilator of all entities. I am not different from them.
अरे आप लोग चीटिंग करने नहीं दे रहे हैं, थोड़ा एक दो श्लोक उड़ाने से. Okay. Flow. Yes, yes. Tah vibhuti katayati. So now from here onwards, from the sloka 9 onwards, we are going to see. So Krishna is being explaining the so vibhutis. Ahamiti. By this word aham. Aham atmodhava amisham bhutanam surudishvara. Asmas shabda samanadikaranaha prathamantaha ditiyantasya sarvaha विभूतयः तास्ताश्च उपासनार्थं कथ्यन्ते षष्ठी च क्वचित् निर्धारणे संबंधे च क्वचित् यथा योग्यं द्रष्टव्या ततश्च अमीषां भूतानाम् आत्मा इति. So here we are going to the first prathama vibhakti or ditva vibhakti, or those are all what? So vibhutis, sarva vibhutis, and षष्ठी vibhakti is a sambandha. Okay, aham. So atma, anyway, it is grammatical. Suhrud Ishvara aham sarvani bhutani tesham siddhidva. So first of all, before entering into the really all the vibhutis, he is telling first basic sentence: I am the creator, maintainer, and destroyer of all this universe. Sarvani bhutani tesham. That means all the living entities. I create everyone, I maintain and I destroy. This he said. Aham gatir gatimatam kala kalayatam aham. Gunanam chapyaham samyam guninyotpattiko guna.
I am the ultimate goal of all those seeking progress, and I am time among those who expert control. I am the equilibrium of the moods of material nature, and I am natural virtue among the pious.
So he said that he is the cause for the creation, maintenance, and destruction of all the living entities. Okay, now he is going to tell the specific.
That was not horrible, Prabhu, from Shambhavaram. I don't know, this mic working properly? It was anything in between, you know?
Hare Krishna, are you able to hear me?
Difficult, because this voice quality, you know, like this. It's for me only one source to realize that, you know, your voice, if it's not horrible, then it's
Okay,
not needed.
Ramakrishna Prabhu will read now, next onwards. Okay, then it will be audible to everyone. Okay, already Shambhalam Prabhu 2 chapters he read, so Ramakrishna Prabhu will read every sloka translation.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So now we are saying I am the. So Lord is going to explain the specific vibhutis, different specific vibhutis. Kalayatam vashi kurvatam. That means gunanam madhya samyam sarvatra samatvam gunanam sattvadinam samyam avyakrutam va gunani dharmani autpattikah swabhavika ye gunaha soham. 10th one only, na? No, 9th and 10th. Okay, where it is? Okay. I am among those who accept control. I am the equilibrium of the modes. So what he is saying here, Kalayatam vashi kurvatam gunanam madhya samyam sarvatra samatvam gunanam sattvadinam samyam avyakrutam va gunini dharmini outpatti swabhava ye guna. So that means the Lord is saying that all the qualities and also the possessor of the qualities, dharmas and dharmis, like water is there. What is the dharma of the water? Coldness. And Sita Sparshavan Jalam. So next, what is the dharma of the earth? Earth dharma. Tatra Gandhavati. Gandhavati, Prithvi. The smell is the guna of the Prithvi. So Prithvi is the dharmi. That means, and what is the dharma? So smell. Smell is a character, is a quality or characteristic of the earth. So that's why here Krishna is saying, I am guna and also I am guni. Both. Gunanam cha api aham samyam gunina outpattikah gunaha. And also he is saying that gunanam sattvadinam samyam avyakrutam va. Samyam means equilibriumness. I am the equilibrium of the modes, and also I am the variations in the modes. Equilibrium means when sattva, rajas, tamas are in the equilibrium, then what will happen? There is no creation, no production of any output. But when these modes are changing in a different degrees, then what will happen? There will be production of the different subjects, different objects. So that's why he is saying that I am equilibrium and also I am the changes in these modes. Both equilibrium of the modes also myself. So and also change in the modes is also myself, because Lord's Bahiranga Shakti is not different from the Lord. In that way, you should understand. So Gunini, Dharmini, and also I am the qualities of the objects and also those objects. Guninamapyaham sutram mahatam cha mahanaham sukshmyanamapyaham jivo durjayanamaham manaha.
Among things possessing qualities, I am the primary manifestation of nature, and among great things, I am the total material creation. Among subtle things, I am the spirit soul, and of the things that are difficult to conquer, I am the mind.
See, he is what? Among the things possessing qualities, I am the primary manifestation of nature. And among the great things, I am the total material creation. Guninam api aham sutram. Sutram means sutram mahatamcha. So the active Mahatattva, Sutra comes from the Mahatattva. Na? The active state of the Mahat is known as Sutram. So that means that is the beginning of the, just beginning. Mahat is the beginning of the, that first element created from the Prakriti or Pradhana. So Mahat. So that's why he, and also Mahanaham, Mahatam cha Mahana. So I am the greatest among the, I am, so and among the greatest things, I am the total. Mahat means total manifestation. From the Mahat only all the elements are coming. So that means you can say that everything is in Mahat in this way. So that's why he is saying that I am Mahat. I am Mahat means among the biggest objects, I am the Mahat. That means the what can be the big, that means total universe is known as, total all the universes together is known as, all the universes, how they are coming? They are coming from the Prakriti, and then from the Prakriti Mahat is coming, from that all other elements are coming. So Mahat is the total of all the universes. So that's why he is saying among the biggest objects, I am Mahat. And next what he is saying, so among the, so Guninam api aham sutram, that means all the various, so this from the Mahat, active state of Mahat is known as Sutram. From this various elements are coming, that means Ahankara will come, is also 3 types. Various elements will be coming. Various elements, what are those various elements? So Panchatanmatras, Panchagna, Mahabhutas, Jnanendri, Karmendri, mind, all those will be coming. So by all these, what is happening? Different objects are formed, like Rasagulla. How to make the Rasagulla from these 23 elements? You brought some earth material, water, fire, so and space, touch, air. By all together, if you combine, then what you'll be getting? Rasgulla. So like this, that means this is having some property, some guna. So among all these gunas, he is what? The first sutram. Sutram is what? Active state. It's also quality of the Mahat. Sutram is the quality of the Mahat. And this is the highest supreme quality of all the qualities of different objects. Next, What else? Sukshmyanam api aham jivaha. The smallest particle is jiva. Keshagra balagra mato hyavaropi drishta. So he is the smallest thing of the Lord's energy is what? Smallest manifestation of Lord's energy is the Jivatma. So that's why among the smallest things, among the small things, so he is the smallest one, that is Jiva. Next, Hiranyagarbho Vedanam Mantranam Pranavastrivurut Aksharanam Akarosmi Padani Chandas Samaham. Ramakrishna Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhuji. This is verse 12. Among the Vedas, I am the original teacher, Lord Brahma, and of all mantras, I am the three-lettered Omkara. Among letters, I am the first letter A, and among sacred meters, I am the Gayatri mantra.
Yeah. So, Vedanam Sambanditesham Adhyapaka Padani Tripad Guide. So, among the Vedas, I am the original teacher. That means first Tene Brahma Hurda Adikave. The first teaching. Who did Vedas teaching? Lord himself. And all mantras are coming from the Omkara. So among letters, I am the first letter A, and among the sacred meters, I am the Gayatri mantra. 1 second. Aksharanam Akarosmi Padani Chandasam Aham. Padani means the 3-line Gayatri mantra. So Gayatri mantra is a chanda actually. Padani means Gayatri mantra is taken. Padani means Tripada Gayatri. So here Vishwanath Chakravarti is writing Tripada Padani is there in the sloka. So among the chandas, he is the Padani. Padani is one kind of meter. So that meter is nothing but what? Gayatri meter. Tripada Gayatri meter. So Tripada Gayatri meter. Gayatri mantra is given, but he is the Gayatri meter. Gayatri meter is, that means among the meters, he is the, so Tripada Gayatri meter. Like that you should take. Indroham sarva vedanam vasunamasmi havyavad Adityanamaham Vishnu Rudranam Nilalohita. Among the demigods?
Among the demigods, I am Indra, and among the Vasus, I am Agni, the god of fire. I am Vishnu among the sons of Aditi, and among the Rudras, I am Lord Shiva.
Okay. He is that. Among demigods, I am Indra. That means Indra means what it means. That means Indra is the controller of all the devatas. So that controlling power, whatever is given to that Jivatma is the Lord's energy actually. Lord's special energy. Of course, that is also material energy only. That material energy, that potency is given to Indra. So that's why seeing Indra, you are calling him as Indra because of those potencies only, na? And those potencies are belonging to whom? Lord. So that's why by seeing the potency of the Lord Indra, so you should understand that this potency is the Lord's potency. So that's why you should remember Lord. Like that, you should not become envious about the Indra, or otherwise you should not become, that means think that the Indra is the ultimate. So like that, your heart is purified by understanding this. And if someone is very beautiful, some god, then you should understand that this is the beauty of This is the beauty. This means Lord's energy, beauty of the Lord, and that is given to her. But actually, that is Lord's energy. And that should be engaged in the Lord's service, not in your service. That's not good. So, like someone is intellectual, very super intellectual, master blaster, superly intellectual. So then that intelligence is also potency of the Lord, and that you should not become envious of that person. So because of that's the Lord person potency, and we should see that it should be utilized in the service of the Lord. So like that, one will be completely purified by meditating on the various vibhutis, which are prominently create the enviousness. So those we should know, and so that by these statements, it is going into your heart, and you will be understanding those are all so appearances of Lord, so that those will not become entanglement for you. That is the point. Okay, that's why he's saying various things. Brahmarshinam bhruguraham rajarshinam aham manu devarshinam naradoham havirdhanyasmi dhaneshu.
Among saintly Brahmanas, I am Bhrugumuni, and I am Manu among saintly kings. I am Narada Muni among saintly demigods, and I am Kamadhenu among cows.
Yeah, all these are potencies which are there with that jiva to be called. Because of that only they are called as those Manu or whatever. So like Narada is there. Narada Bhakti Shakti, Bhakti Avesh Avataram. That Bhakti is a Shakti is given to him. Bhakti Shakti Avesh Avataram. That is belong to whom? It's ultimately belong to the Lord. So like that. So one should not be envious about the Lord Narada's devotion. So like that, we should understand. Siddheshwaranam Kapilaha Suparnoham Patatrinam Prajapatinam Dakshoham Pitrunam Ahamam Aryama.
I am Lord Kapila among perfected beings, and Garuda among birds. I am Daksha among the progenitors of mankind, and I am Aryama among the forefathers.
Yeah, among the birds who are powerful, Garuda is a powerful. Let's say he is Garuda. So because our attention always goes on the very unique objects only, not on the your attention will not go on the a sparrow. By seeing the sparrow, you will not get any attachment. By seeing the powerful Garuda, you will be thinking. So that's why we are given with the powerful objects. But actually the main point is what? Finally Krishna says that everything is my energy only. I am only everything. So that is ultimate. But initially to make your attention towards these things. So these things are said here. Next. Mam vidyuddhava daityanam prahladam asureshwaram somam nakshatraushadhinam dhanesham yaksharakshasam.
My dear Uddhava, among the demoniac sons of Diti, know me to be Prahlada Maharaj, the saintly lord of the Asuras. Among the stars and herbs, I am their lord Chandra, the moon. And among Yakshas and Rakshasas, I am the lord of wealth, Kuvera.
Yes, you all know. Airavatam Gajendranam Yadasam Varunam Prabhum Tapadam Jumatam Suryam Manushyanam Cha Bhupatim.
I am Airavata among lordly elephants, and among aquatics I am Varuna, the lord of the seas. Among all things that heat and illuminate, I am the sun, and among human beings, I am the king.
Among human beings, I am the king. So, like this, Lord's appearances, few more. Among the elephants is Airavata. So, like that, you have to note it. Uchchaihi Sravastuраганam dhatu namasmi kanchanam yamah samyamatam chaham sarpanamasmi vasukihi.
Among horses, I am Uchchaishrava, and I am gold among metals. I am Yamaraja among those who suppress and punish, and among serpents, I am Vasuki.
Yeah, gold. Gold is not Kali, gold is Lord. So that's why you should engage that in the service of the Lord. Whatever gold you have, give that to the Lord. And if you have, so the powerful Uchchaisrava, this came from when it came? Uchchaisrava, a horse, churning of this ocean, milk ocean, so it came. So Lord, that's a powerful, that means it is running, it runs like anything. So that is, that potency is Lord. Why because Shakti is not different from the Shaktiman. So that's why it is said. That means I am that. Nagendranam antatoham mrugendra rungi shrungi danstrinam ashramanam aham turyo varnanam pratamo naga.
O sinless Uddhava, among the best of snakes I am Anantadeva, and among those animals with sharp horns or teeth I am the lion. Among the social orders I am the fourth, or the renounced of life, and among the occupational divisions I am the first, the Brahmanas.
Yes. You all please note this. Tirdanam srotasam ganga samudra sarasamaham ayudanam dhanuraham pitru tripuragno dhanushmatam.
Among sacred and flowing things I am the holy Ganges, and among steady bodies of water I am the ocean. Among weapons I am the bow, and of the wielders of weapons I am Lord Shiva.
Yeah, wielders of weapons, I am Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is a powerful armor. He has so many weapons. Lord Shiva used his bow, and he's also Shivadhanas. Is a powerful dhanas he's having. He gave that to whom? Shiva gave. The Parsuram. Huh? Huh? Pashapadasana is different. His bow. Huh? Huh.
He gave it to Parshuram.
Parshuram. Huh? No.
There is two. One is given by Lord Vishnu, one is given by Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva gave to Parshuram. Parshuram is Vishnu Dhanush. Shiva Dhanush given to Devi God, from sun god, that come to
Janakamara. Yeah.
Parshuram God, Vishnu Dhanush.
But actually, because Shivadhanas was broken by Ram, so at that time Parsuram came and he, my Guru's Dhanas, how can you break this? That is the point, nah? Not no. What no? Yeah. Okay. Tirumala is going to explain this story tomorrow with elaborately. Homework this is. Dishnyanamasmyaham meru gahananam himalaya vanaspatinam ashwatta aushadhinam aham yavaha.
Among residences I am Mount Sumeru, and of impervious places I am the Himalayas. Among trees I am the holy fig tree, and among plants I am those that bear grains.
Where is Sumeru? Is in the center of the Jambudvip. So among the mountains is Mount Sumeru, and also impervious places. I am the Himalaya actually. Acha? That means highest Gahananam. That means deep and highest. So these are all Himalayas. Among those places, Himalayas. Among trees, I am a holy fig tree. Vanaspati. Naam Aswatha. It's like this. Purodhasam vasishtoham brahm. What is that? Brahmishtanam bruhaspati. Skandoham sarva senanyam agranyam bhagavanajaha.
Among priests I am Vashishta Muni, and among those highly situated in Vedic culture I am Brihaspati. I am Kartikeya among great military leaders, and among those advancing in superior ways of life I am the great personality, Lord Brahma.
Yeah, among priests he is Vashishta. And among the Brahmanas, so Brahmishtanam, so Brihaspati. And among the military leaders, Murugan. Huh? Murugan. Tamil Nadu, they worship too much Muruga. Why? They Tamil god he is. Acha. Yagnanam Brahma Yagnoham Vratanam Avir. What is it? Vratanam Avihimsanam Vayavyagnar Atma Suchinamapyaham Suchi.
Among sacrifices, I am study of the Veda, and I am non-violence among vows. Among all things that purify, I am the wind, fire, the sun, water, and speech.
Yeah, I am non-violence among the vows. That means someone is taking the vow of non-violence. He needs some power. So that power is what? Is the Lord's power. You should understand that. Any merit, any good quality is there in anyone. You should not become envious, but you should understand immediately that is power of the Lord. And try to be, so try to see that and try to, if as a devotee, one can utilize in the service of the Lord, not for the self sense gratification. Yoganam Atma Samrodho Mantrosmi Vijigeshita Anvikshiki Kaushalanam Vikalpa Kyativadina.
Among the 8 progressive states of yoga, I am the final stage, samadhi, in which the soul is completely separated from illusion. Among those desiring victory, I am the prudent political counsel. And among process of expert discrimination, I am the science of the soul, by which one distinguishes spirit from matter. Among all speculative philosophers, I am diversity of perception.
Yeah, so Krishna is saying here, Samadhi, that means to reach, that means 8 limbs process, highest is Samadhi, which is needs a lot of energy, focused energy. So that's why that is Lord Himself. You should take everything, that means He is manifested out of the Lord's energy only. So that energy is not different from Him. So that's why He is saying that is He Himself. Like that, you should understand. And that is a basic principle for this whole chapter. Carry on. Strinam tu shatarupaham pumsam swayambhuvo manu narayano muninam cha kumaro brahmacharina.
Among ladies, I am Shatrupa, and among male personalities, I am her husband, Swayambhuva Manu. I am Narayana among the sages, and Sanat Kumara among brahmacharis.
Yes. Among brahmacharis, the powerful brahmacharis who are Chatush Kumaras. Acha, Durdatma Prabhu. He's showing your. He's not Wow. So among the brahmacharis, he is Kumaras. Kumaras are the best. That's why that best energy is there with them to protect the brahmacharya. So that's why that is Lord. Like this. Like this, you follow the same thing. You are all Bhakti Vedantis. You know, Dharmanam asmi sanyasaha kshemanam abhirmati guhyanam srunutum maunam mitunam ajaswatam.
Among religious principles, I am renunciation, and of all types of security, I am consciousness of the eternal soul within. Of secrets, I am pleasant speech and silence. And among sexual pairs, I am Brahma.
So among the religious principles, so renunciation is the toughest one of the guna. So renouncing everything, you need lot of so power. So that is Lord. On all types of security, I am okay. Next is among sexual pairs, I am Brahma. What is this? That means Shatarupa and Swayambhu. So Brahma means they are coming from Brahma. Next, Samvatsarosmyanimisham Ritunam Madhumadhavo Masanam Margashirshoham Nakshatranam Tadabhijit.
Among the vigilant cycles of time, I am the year, and among seasons I am spring. Among months I am Margashirsha, and among lunar houses I am the auspicious Abhijit.
Yes. Aham yuganam chakrutam dhiranam devalositah dvaipayanosmi vyasanam kavinam kavyatmavan.
Among sages I am the Satya Yuga, the age of truth, and
Ages.
among ages I am the Satya Yuga, the age of truth, and among steady sages I am Devala and Asita. Among those who have divided the Vedas, I am Krishna Dvaipayana Veda Vyasa, and among learned scholars I am Shukracharya, the knower of spiritual science.
Yes. Okay, clear? Among ages, Satya. Vasudevo bhagavatam tvantu bhagavateshvaham kim purushanam hanuman vidyadranam sudarshanaha.
Among those entitled to name Bhagavan, I am Vasudeva. And indeed, you, Uddhava, represent me among the devotees. I am Hanuman among the Kimpurushas, and among the Vidyadharas, I am Sudarshana.
So kim purusha means after taking that object, if you get doubt, hey, whether it is man or not, then kim purusha, what he is purusha. If you get this kind of feeling, then that object is known as kim purusha. So among kim purushas, he is Hanuman, and among the lords, so Vasudeva. So among the devotees, so Uddhava. Ratnanam Padma Ragosmi Padma Koshas Supeshasam Kushosmi Darbhajatinam Gavyamajam Havishwaham.
Among jewels, I am the ruby, and among beautiful things, I am the lotus cup. Among all types of grass, I am the sacred kusha, and of oblations, I am ghee, and other ingredients obtained from the cow.
So that's why if someone says that means I am Uddhava, I am Prahlad, what it mean? What it meaning is the Prahlad Maharaj is known as Prahlad Maharaj because of his devotion. That devotion is for the Jiva is given, so that devotion Shakti is Lord. And it is not different from him. If you remove that Bhakti Shakti from the Prahlad Maharaj, is there any significance of Prahlad Maharaj? No, na? Then nothing actually. So that's why, so he is simple Jiva. So this is the fact actually to understand that. So whenever Lord is saying, I am this, you should take that energy is the Lord actually. So that is in that sense he's saying. Vyavasayi namaham Lakshmi Kitavanam Chalagraha Titikshasmi Titikshunam Sattvam Sattvavatamaham.
Among the enterprising, I am fortune, and among the cheaters, I am gambling. I am the forgiveness of the tolerant and the good qualities of those in the mode of goodness.
So he explained till now all good qualities, even in the bad qualities also, whatever. If someone is doing too bad, so for that also he needs the sufficient intelligence, that is a power, intellectual power. So that is also Lord's energy only. So that's why among the cheaters is the gambling. So, and Lord is the forgiveness. I am forgiveness. That means forgiving someone is a very difficult task. So it needs a lot of energy. So that is Lord. Okay, next fast you will finish now. Ojaha saho bhalavatam karmaham vidhi satvatam satvatam navamurtinam adimurtir aham para.
Oh, of the powerful, I am bodily and mental strength, and I am the devotional activities of my devotees. My devotees worship me in 9 different forms, among which I am the original and primary Vasudeva.
Yeah. So what are those 9 different forms? Anything? Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Narayana, Singha, Brahma. Yeah. So generally, Vaishnavas worship personality of Godhead as Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Narayana, Haigreva, Varaha, and Nrsimha, and Brahma. It is understood that when a suitable living entity is not available to fill the post of Brahma, the Lord himself assumes the position. So anyway, of course, if he is not assuming the position of Brahma, but Brahmaji is given with the what? Sushti, uh, Sushti Kartrutva Shakti. That means the energy to do the creation. That energy is given to the Brahmaji. That is nothing but Lord. It's not that the only in the Brahmaji's time, when Lord came as a Brahmaji, at that time only there is no need to take that kind of literal meaning also. And yeah. That's okay. It's not that in other yugas he is not Brahma. So in some Mahakalpas, Vishnu is the Brahma. So in another case, Brahma is not the Vishnu. In that yuga also, so Brahma is Vishnu only. Because in what sense? The Shakti, Sushti Kartrutva Shakti is belonging to the Lord. In that sense, you should see. Vishwavasu Purva Chittir Gandharvapsarasamaham Bhudharanamaham Sthiryam Gandhamatramaham Bhuvaha.
Among the Gandharvas, I am Vishwavasu.
Yes.
And I am Purvachiti among the heavenly Apsaras. I am the steadiness of mountains and the fragrant aroma of the earth.
Among Apsaras, who is beautiful? Purvachiti. She came, where it came actually, the story, Purvachittis, Tirumala. I forget actually. So, and that's most beauty, whatever you see in this universe, that's the Lord's energy's manifestation. So that's why, yeah, one should not be envious of them. Next, Apam Rasascha Paramas Tejishtanam Vibhavasuhu Prabha Suryendu Taranam Shabdoham Nabasah Paraha.
I am the sweet taste of water, and among brilliant things I am the sun. I am the effulgence of the sun, moon, and stars, and I am the transcendental sound that vibrates in the sky.
Okay. This Brahmanyanam Pariraham Viranam Aham Arjuna Bhutanam Stitirutpattir Aham Vai Pratisankramaha.
Among those dedicated to Brahminical culture, I am Bali Maharaj, the son of Virochana, and I am Arjuna among heroes. Indeed, I am the creation, maintenance, and annihilation of all living entities.
Yeah. Gatyutyutsargopadanam Anandasparsha Lakshanam Aswadashrutya Vagranam Aham Sarvendriyendriyam. Aham Sarvendriyendriyam. ऐसा बोलना है. Next time chorus आप करेंगे ऐसा.
I am the functions of the 5 working senses, the legs, speech, anus, hands, and sex organs, as well as those of the 5 knowledge-acquiring senses, touch, sight, taste, hearing, and smell. I am also the potency by which each of the senses experiences its particular sense object.
Yes. Slowly he's telling everything is he only. Prithvi Vayurakasha Apo Jyotiraham Mahan Vikara Purusho Vyaktam Rajas Sattvam Tamah Param Ahametat Prasankhyanam Gnanam Tattva Vinishchayaha. Tattva nahi, Tattva Vinishchayaha. Yes, Prabhu. I'm
sorry, Prabhuji. I am form, taste, aroma, touch, and sound. False ego, the Mahat Tattva, earth, water, fire, air, and sky. The living entity, material nature, the modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance, and the transcendental Lord. All these items, along with knowledge of their individual symptoms and the steady conviction that results from this knowledge, represent me.
Everything is all gunas. All these transcendental qualities, everything is Lord. Prithvi, Vayu, Akash, Apo, Jyoti, Raham, Mahan. Everything is form, taste, aroma, touch, sound. Everything is me. I only. Everything is I. I am. I am everything. Earth, water, everything. Even living entity also. Because Shakti is not different from the Shaktiman. Srila Jiva Goswami has elaborately explained this point in his commentary on this verse. What did he explain? 37. वाह 37 में कुछ एक्सप्लेन किए प्रभु पृथ्वी इति सार्धकं परम ब्रह्म च इति ब्राह्मणोऽपि स्वभूतित्वं दर्शितुं युक्तं तत् विशिष्टतया आविर्भावात् श्री भगवतः धर्मी रूपत्वम् अवशिष्ट धर्म रूपत्वं च ततः पूर्वस्य मंडलस्थानीयत्वम् इति भावः अत्र श्री विष्णुपुराण पुराणम् अपि संप्रवदते शुभाश्रयः सचित्तस्य सर्वगतात्मन् इति व्याख्यातं च स्वामिभिः सर्वगस्यात्मनः परब्रह्मणः अपि आश्रयः प्रतिष्ठा तदुक्तं श्री भगवता श्री ब्रह्मणो हि प्रतिष्ठाहम् इति तत्र च तैः व्याख्यातं सो ब्रह्मणो हि प्रतिष्ठा घनीभूतं ब्रह्मैव अहं तथा घनीभूतः प्रकाश एव सूर्यमण्डलं तद्वत् इति श्रीमत्स्यदेवेन अपि युक्तं तथैव युक्तं मदीयं महिमा. So ultimately, actually, anyway, so Jiva Goswami is explaining here, especially in this 37 sloka, about the Brahman. Actually, Brahman is also the Lord's Mahima. Brahmano hi pratishtha. It's the glory of the Lord. So purport having given a brief but detailed synopsis of his personal opulences within this world, the Lord now briefly summarizes the opulences that expand from his bodily effulgence. It is stated in Brahma Samhita that all the material universes with their infinite varieties, transformations and opulences rest on the bodily effulgence of the Lord. So Srila Jiva Goswami has elaborately explained this point in his commentary on this verse. So all these different kinds of the manifestations are situated in what? In the effulgence of the Lord. Brahmano hi pratishtaham, he says. This is one of the important sloka from the Bhagavad Gita also. Brahmano hi pratishtaham, when he says, so that means the condensed form of, so Brahman is nothing but the, so Lord. Pratishtha means condensed form. Ghani bhutam. Pratishtha means what? Ghani bhutam. So Ghani bhutam. Just I am seeing the commentary here. The main one of the important point. So Brahman. That means in this sloka Brahman is there. Avyaktam is there. I am avyaktam, he said, na? Avyaktam. Avyaktam means is a material. Why Brahman came here?
So is it because the last line says aham etat prasankhyanam?
Parabrahma, where it came in this? फंस गए मैं. कोई निकालिए. क्या है एक्चुअली? क्यों आ गए इधर? पृथ्वी इति सार्धकम परब्रह्म च इति ब्रह्मणो हि सर्वविभूतित्वं ब्रह्मणोपि सर्वविभूतित्वं दर्शितं युक्तं च. रजस्तम परम. स्वविभूतित्वं दर्शितं युक्तं च. परब्रह्म चेति ब्रह्मण परब्रह्म चेति ब्रह्मणोपि परम ब्रह्म च इति परब्रह्मणोपि स्वविभूतित्वं सुदर्शितं युक्तं च तत् विशिष्टतया आविर्भवात् श्री भगवतः धर्मरूपित्वम् अविशिष्टतया. Actually, yeah. So here, what is said? Even Brahman is also vibhuti of the Lord. Brahman is also vibhuti of the Lord. This is the point he is saying. So how Brahman is vibhuti of the Lord? So avishishtataya avirbhavat. That means Lord without manifesting his qualities. So if he manifests, then that is Brahman. So that's why Brahman is also vibhuti of the Lord only. Brahmana dharma rupatvam cha. That means Brahman is also one of the dharma of the Lord only. So this is also discussed in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavata by Lord himself said. What is that? Brahmano hi pratishtaham. So what is the meaning of Brahmana pratishtaham? Brahmana pratishtha means I am the pratishtha of Brahman, he is saying. So what is meaning of pratishtha? Pratishtha means Ghanibhuta Brahma. That's why this is the proof. So here Brahman is everywhere. This is Brahman. Okay? All pervasive Brahman. And Ghanibhuta Brahman is Bhagavan. Brahmano hi pratishtaham means I am pratishtha of Brahman. Brahman is everything. And pratishtha is condensed form. Pratishtha means what? Condensed form of Brahman. That is nothing but this is Bhagavan. Aham means here what? Bhagavan. So that means this is Brahman. So Brahman's condensed form is I. So that's why what happened? Brahman is also vibhuti of the Lord. One of the vibhuti of the Lord. Okay, this is the thing. It is also said by the Matsya Bhagavan. Madiyam mahimanam cha param brahmeti sabditam. That means my mahima, that means my quality or my dharma or my glory is Brahman. There also he said. Same way. Next. Mayeshwarena jivena gunena gunina vina sarvatmanapi sarvena na bhavo vidyate kvachit.
As the Supreme Lord, I am the basis of the living entity, of the modes of nature and the Mahatattva. Thus I am everything, and nothing whatsoever can exist without me.
Yeah. So as a Supreme Lord, he is the basis of every living entity, of modes of nature and of Mahatattva. That I am everything. That's so finally he says this only, na? Just our primarily our attention go to the specific objects. That's why he said specific objects are he himself. Then that understanding should lead to finally everything is he only. So that's why we should not get any attachment for anything. Nothing is ours. Everything is Krishna's. So that is a thing. Sankhyanam paramanunam kale na kriyate maya na tatha me vibhutinam srujatondani kotishaha.
Even though over a period of time I might count all the atoms of the universe, I could not count all of my opulences which I manifest within innumerable universes.
Yeah. So even though over a period of time I might count all the atoms of the universe, but I couldn't count of all my opulences. That means Lord's glories are anantam. It's countless. So anantatvat. Why? Because of infinity. Those are. Yeah. Next. Tejasri kirtiraishwaryam hrastis hristyaga saubhagam bhagah viryam didiksha vignanam yatra yatra sameshakah.
Whatever power, beauty, fame, opulence, humility, renunciation, mental pleasure, fortune, strength, tolerance, or spiritual knowledge there may be, is simply an expansion of my opulence.
All these are all. So whatever beauty, power, fame, opulence, wherever you see these are all Lord's, Lord only actually. Lord's opulences. Everything is Lord's opulence. Etaste kirtita sarva sankshepena vibhutaya mano vikara evaite yata vacha vidhiyate.
I have briefly described to you all my spiritual opulences and also the extraordinary material features of my creation, which are perceived by the mind and defined in different ways according to circumstances.
Yes. So, because he cannot, if he keep on defining all the vibhutis, then millions of books we need to have. So that's why, because we cannot that much big book we cannot have. So that's why Vishwanath Thakur is writing something very special. Thakur mentioned so much. Upasamharati eta iti. So these are the final, that means conclusion. We'll read the purport. Okay. Ramakrishna Prabhu, can you read?
Yes, Prabhuji. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments.
No, complete. According to Sanskrit.
Okay.
From beginning.
According to Sanskrit grammar, and as confirmed by Srila Sridhara Swami, the words etaha and ete describe two distinct sets of Lord's opulences. The Lord has described his opulent plenary expansion, such as Vasudeva, Narayana, the Supersoul, etc. And further, the Lord has described the outstanding features of the material creation, which are also included among the glories of the personality of Godhead. The plenary manifestations of the Lord, such as Vasudeva, Narayana, etc., are all eternal, unchanging, transcendental features of the Lord and are indicated by the term etaha. The extraordinary aspects of material creation, however, are circumstantial and dependent on individual perception, and they are therefore described here by the words mano vikara evaite yataha vachavidiyate. Srila Jiva Goswami explains that by consistent logical application of synonyms, etaha refers to the Lord's eternal spiritual manifestations beyond the perceptions of the material senses, whereas ete refers to those opulences that can be perceived by conditioned souls. He gives the example that the paraphernalia and intimate associates of a king are all considered to be part and parcel of the king and are therefore granted royal status. Similarly, the opulent features of material creation are reflected expansions of the Lord's personal opulences and thus may be considered non-different from him, One should not, however, wrongly assume that such insignificant material opulences occupy the same status as the Lord's plenary features as the personality of Godhead, which are qualitatively and quantitatively equal to the Lord.
Very important point is, so the opulent, that means the special features you can consider as special features can be considered non-different from him. But one should not, however, wrongly assume that such insignificant material appearances occupy the same status as Lord's plenary features of the personality of Godhead. So that's why insignificant appearances you should not consider them as. Of course, technically they are also Lord's energy only, but you should not worship them. Someone is having the very, very sinful qualities, bad qualities. That is also energy of the Lord, and I will worship that. Is it like that? No. Yeah. Next.
Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura comments as follows on this verse. The Lord's external opulences are called manovikaraha, or related to mental transformation, because ordinary people perceive extraordinary features of the material world according to their personal state of mind. Thus, the word vachavidiyate indicates that conditioned souls describe the Lord's material creation according to specific material circumstances. Because of the circumstantial relative definitions of material opulence, such opulence is never to be considered a direct plenary manifestation of the Lord's personal form. When one's state of mind is transformed into a favorable or affectionate state, one defines a manifestation of the Lord's energy as my son, my father, my husband, my uncle, the son of my brother, my friend, and so on. One forgets that every living entity is actually part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and whatever opulences, talents, or outstanding features one may exhibit are actually the potencies of the Lord. Similarly, when the mind is transformed into a negative or inimical state, one thinks this person will be the ruin of me. This person must be finished by me. He is my enemy, or I am his enemy. He is a killer, or he should be killed. The negative state of mind is also expressed when one is attracted to the extraordinary material aspects of particular persons or objects, but forgets that they are manifestations of the potency of the personality of God. Even the demigod, Indra, who is quite obviously a manifestation of the Lord's material opulences, is misunderstood by others. For example, Indra's wife, Sachi, thinks that Indra is my husband, whereas Aditi thinks that he is my son. Jayanta thinks that he is my father. Brihaspati thinks that he is my disciple, whereas the demons feel that Indra is their personal enemy. Thus, different personalities define him according to their mental state. The Lord's material opulences, being relatively perceived, are therefore called manovikara, which means they are dependent on mental states. This relative perception is material because it does not recognize the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the actual source of the particular opulence. If one sees Lord Krishna as the source of all opulences and gives up all desires to enjoy or possess the Lord's opulences, then one can see the spiritual nature of these opulences. At that time, even though one may continue to perceive the variety and distinctions of the material world, one will become perfect in Krishna consciousness. One should not conclude, as do the widest philosophers, that the Lord's spiritual manifestations in the Vishnu Tattva and liberated Jiva categories are also products of relative perception and mental states. This useless idea is contrary to the entire body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead's teachings to Sri Uddhava. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, the word vacha also indicates the various Vedic literatures that describe the particular processes by which the Lord manifests his spiritual and material opulences. And in this context, yatha indicates the specific procedures of manifestation and creation.
Yeah, it's clear. So the main thing is, everything is Lord's energy, but according to their mental state, they will be seeing that energy as their own. Like Indra is considered by Sachi as husband. So Aditi, she thinks Indra as her son, and demons, they think him as enemy. That's why, but it is what? Indra is what? Indra means the controlling power. So that is Lord's direct energy, and he's a plenary portion of the Lord. And they are not seeing that, but they see. So personal relationship based upon their mental state. So that's why these all opulences are manovikaraha. That means people they see according to their mental state. That is the thing. So then what finally what is said in this? One should not conclude. Here it is said that important. If one sees Lord Krishna as a source of all opulences and give up all desires to enjoy or possess the Lord's opulences, that means give up all desires to enjoy or possesses the Lord's opulences, then one can see so the spiritual nature of these opulences. That means if you are seeing everything in connection with the Lord, then that is spiritual. That is spiritualized. That means you have this AC, so rather this laptop, if you see it is the energy of the Lord and in the service of the Lord, then it is spiritual. But if you have the affection that it's mine, and then what will happen? It's cause for the bondage, and this is what it will become material. Then the same object can be spiritual with the vision of seeing, actually with the vision of seeing. That's the point is mentioned here. Okay, next. Vacham yaccha mano yaccha pranan yacchendriyani cha atmanam atmana yaccha na bhuyah kalpase dhvane.
Therefore, control your speaking, subdue the mind, conquer the life air, regulate the senses, and through purified intelligence, bring your rational faculties under control. In this way, you will never again fall into the path of material existence.
Yeah, this is the final. That means what we should achieve from the knowing of these all vibhutis. Therefore, that means whatever say said, concluding. Control your speaking, subdue the mind, conquer the life air, regulate the senses through purified intelligence. That means bring your rational faculties under control. In this way, you will never again fall into. So that means yama nima. Solve this is. That means yogi is trying to meditate on the Paramatma, is unable, na? So then that's why he has to do all this. That means he has to see all the opulences. Why he is not able to focus on the heart? Because of his material desires, material consciousness. That he has to purify by meditating first on vibhutis. So then after that, so his attachment for all of those will be going. Then purified intelligence he will be getting. So then after that, he is able to control his, he able to put his mind in the Paramatma. Yo vai vang manase samyag asam yachchanna dhiya asam yachchan dhiyamatihi yatihi tasya vratam tapodanam sravatyamakhatambuvat.
A transcendentalist who does not completely control his words and mind by superior intelligence will find that his spiritual vows, austerities, and charity flow away just as water flows out of an unbaked clay pot.
So that means if one is not able to control like this, then what will happen? Bah jayenge bas Ganga mein. Like water is flowing out from a broken pot. That means same. Once all this spiritual energy will go out. Yo vai vang manasi samyag asamyachan diyamati. If one is not able to control his mind and speech, samyachan, and is not engaging his intelligence properly, tasya vratam danam Tapa. That means whatever dhanam, tapa, vrata he will do, that is like taking water in a broken pot or uncooked pot, baked, unbaked pot. Pot, that means it's a pot. After making pot, it should be properly baking should be done. So then it will become, it can hold water. Otherwise, if you don't bake it, and in that if you put water, then what? It will be melting and all water will go out. So that's why any yogi or any sadhaka, if he doesn't control his senses and simply, so he is doing so much austerities, dhanam, tapa and all, and not controlling senses and mind and speech, then it's like taking water in a unbaked pot. सब इधर से खा रहे हैं, उधर से जा रहे हैं, बस नाली भरेगा बस, और कुछ नहीं, बह जाएगा. Tap is open, you know. What? तस्मात् वचो मनः प्राणान् नियच्चेन्मत्परायणः मद्भक्ति युक्तया बुद्ध्या ततः परिसमाप्यते.
Being surrendered to me, one should control the speech, mind, and life air. And then through loving devotional intelligence, one will completely fulfill the mission of life.
स्वयमेव तथैव स्पष्टयन् उपसंहरति तस्मादिति मयि श्रीकृष्ण रूपे परमात्मादि रूपे वा भक्तिः या श्रद्धा तद्युक्तया बुद्ध्या अहमेव वचो मनादीनां परम अयनाम् आश्रयः यस्य तथा भूतः सन् प्राकृत वचादि निश्चये. So that means one ultimately what he should do, he should meditate on Mai means here Krishna actually. So one should finally meditate on the Krishna, or otherwise Paramatma also you can take, because this is especially this Vibhuti Yoga is for the set for the practitioners of the Ashtanga Yoga. So that's why they may meditate on the Paramatma also. So along with the bhakti ya shraddha tad yuktaya buddhya. Bhakti along with the shraddha. So one has to, what he has to do? Buddhya ahameva. That means Lord is only ahameva vacho manadinam. Lord is only shelter for mind, speech, and everything. So like that is a shelter for everything. Like that one. So thinking, what he has to do? Prakruta vachadin, and also he is controlling his mind, speech, and everything. Tatah urdvam nakinchit gnanadina krutyamasti ityartha. So then finally what? You should control and meditate on the Lord. Prakruta vachadin niyachet. That means should control. Tataha urdvam na kinchit gnanadina krutyamasti. So there is nothing more than this. Bas. That means ultimately everything is the opulence of the Lord. And then after this understanding, this purified intelligence. So with this purified intelligence, with this conception, what one has to do? One has to focus on the Lord. So and also one has to, so that means understand Lord is a shelter for everything. That means shelter for mind, control, and all other things. And thinking like this, one should control his own, so mind, speech, and everything. And by doing like this, what? On top of this, nothing is there to know. This much only. So then one will meditate on the Lord like this. Then Lord will be, if in the case of devotee, then Lord will be revealing his transcendental qualities to him. Otherwise, if he is a Paramatma, then he will be progressing in the meditation. Finally, he will be getting the liberation. So that is possible. One can develop loving devotional intelligence by perfectly chanting the Brahma Gayatri mantra awarded at the moment of Brahmana initiation. By clear intelligence, One becomes naturally and spontaneously disinterested in the rewards offered by mental speculations and fruitive activities and takes full shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, and the purports of the humble servants of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada to the 11th canto, 16th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavata entitled The Lord's Opulence. So, क्या है इसमें समझ में आ गया पूरा? Ultimately, yogi intelligence is purified by knowing all these vibhutis. What is happening? Once intelligence is pure, before what he was having, he is seeing all the opulences as own. Actually, because his intelligence is not proper, because his mind setup is not proper. It's my husband, my brother, and it's my money, it's my beauty, it's my like that. Because of this, he is getting this so much contamination in the heart. Now he understood everything is Lord's energy. So then what happened? Then his intelligence is purified. So and then he is able to control his mind, speech, and everything because of this purified intelligence. And his understanding everything is sheltered in Supreme Lord, belongs to the Lord. So like this, that kind of person is easily meditate on the Paramatma. So and he can, or otherwise Krishna, and progress in the devotional service, or otherwise in the meditation. Okay. Thus end the purports of the humble servants of these divine grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada to the 11th canto, 16th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Lord's Opulence. Okay. हो गया टाइम, चलो बस 17 नहीं, कुछ नहीं, एक दिन एक चैप्टर बस. How many pages are there? 150 total. Wow. $730. 600 pages are there still. How many days we should, by the month of ending of this month we should finish, na? End of this month. Our target is end of this month we'll finish the 11th, and it is in the 12th can finish. 15 days are not necessary for the 12th canto. 6-7 days we'll finish the 12th canto. So then, if some time is there, then we see Vedastuti. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.